Namaste. Hamesha khush raho betiya. My name is JVN Manisha Singh, Assistant Professor in Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences in Jyoti Vidyapit Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am teaching you pasteurization and homogenization. First of all, what is pasteurization? Pasteurization is derived from the name of the eminent French scientist Louis Pasteur, who found that heating certain liquids, especially wines, to a high temperature improved their keeping quality. Then pasteurization came into the use on a commercial scale in the dairy industry shortly after 1880 in Germany and Denmark. This process is widely employed in all branches of dairy industry. Heat treatment destroys microorganisms present in milk. Further, a more or less complete inactivation of enzymes occurs depending on temperature and treatment time. In order to retain as many sensory and nutritive properties of raw milk as possible, different heating methods have been developed to destroy pathogenic organisms or destroy all the microorganisms and inactivate enzymes. Definition of pasteurization is, according to the International Dairy Federation, pasteurization can be defined as a process applied to a product with the object of minimizing possible health hazards arising from pathogenic microorganisms associated with the milk by heat treatment, which is consistent with minimal chemical, physical, and sensory changes in the product. In general, the term pasteurization as applied to the market milk refers to the process of heating every particle of milk to at least 63 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes or 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds or to any time temperature combination which is equally efficient in a properly operated equipment. After pasteurization, the milk is immediately cooled to 5 degrees Celsius or below. Then what is the importance of pasteurization? To render milk safe for human consumption by destroying all types of pathogenic microorganisms and to improve the keeping quality of milk by killing almost all spoilage organisms. Then what is the drawbacks of pasteurization? It may encourage slackening of efforts for hygienic milk production and may mask low quality milk. It diminishes the cream line or cream volume. The pasteurized milk may increase the renneting time. It fails to destroy bacterial toxins. In India, pasteurization is not necessary as milk is invariably boiled on receipt by the consumer. Then methods of pasteurization. First is LTLT, or we can say it a best pasteurization where milk is heated, held and cooled in a inner vessel. The space between vessel and the outer casing forms a jacket through which the heating or cooling medium is circulated. To heat the milk, hot water or low pressure steam is circulated through the jacket and milk is continuously agitated for rapid and uniform heating. The heating process could be manually or automatically controlled. The milk is heated to a minimum of 62.7 degrees Celsius and held at this temperature for minimum 30 minutes. It is then cooled as rapidly as possible to 4 degrees Celsius. A cooling medium is circulated in the jacket for chilling the milk, but more often the heated milk is discharged to a surface cooler where a film of milk flows down the corrugated metal plates or series of interlocked tubes. A cooling medium such as brine or chilled water is circulated on the other side of the plates or through the tubes. The LTLT pasteurizers may be of three types: water jacketed vat, in which double walled around the sides and bottom of the vat, in which hot water or steam under the partial vacuum circulates for heating and cold water for cooling. The outer wall is usually insulated to reduce the heat loss. The heat exchange takes place through the wall of the inner lining. The difference between temperature of the hot water and the milk is kept to be minimum and the milk is agitated by slowly revolving paddles or propeller. When heating, the vat cover is left open for escape of off flavors, and when holding the cover is closed. During the holding period, an air space or foam heater prevents surface cooling of milk. Advantage of water jacketed vat is flexibility in usage and multi-purpose vat is there. Then other type of LTLT pasteurizer is water spray type. A film of water is sprayed from a perforated pipe over the surface of the tank holding the product, which is continuously agitated. A rapidly moving continuous film of water provides rapid heat transfer. Then coil vat type. The heating cooling medium is pumped through a coil placed in either a horizontal or vertical position while the coil is turned to the product. The turning coil agitates the product, and disadvantage is coils are very difficult to clean. Then high temperature short time pasteurization. This was first developed by APV company in United Kingdom in 1922 in the modern method of pasteurizing milk and is invariably used where large volumes of milk are handled. The HTST pasteurizer gives a continuous flow of milk which is heated to 72 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds and then promptly cooled to 5 degrees Celsius or below. Advantages of HTST pasteurization is capacity to heat treat milk quickly and adequately while maintaining rigid quality control over both the raw and the finished product because it takes high temperature for short time. That means 71 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds only. So the quality of the product will be maintained. Less floor space required, lower initial cost, milk packaging can start as soon as milk is pasteurized, easily cleaned and sanitized, lower operating cost, reduced milk losses, development of thermophiles is not a problem, and automatic precision controls ensure proper pasteurization. Then disadvantage, the system is not well equipped, adapted to handling small quantities of liquid milk products. Then gaskets require constant attention for possible damage and lack of sanitation. Complete drainage is not possible. Margin of safety is in product sanitary control are so narrow that automatic control precision instruments are required in its operation. Lethal effect on high thermoduric bacteria in raw milk is not as great as compared to LTLT system. Accumulation of milk stone in the heating section. Then topic is homogenization. Homogenization implies mechanical treatment to break fat globule into the smaller size of 2 micrometer or less and uniformly disperse them in the milk. Homogenization in the dairy industry is used principally to prevent or delay the formation of cream layer in full cream milk by reducing the diameter of the fat globules. After homogenization, size of fat globules becomes less than 2 micrometer. The average size of milk fat globule in milk is 2 to 12 micrometer. The number of fat globules is 3 to 4 billion in a milliliter of milk. In the past, pasteurized milk usually was not homogenized, although the flavor of the milk becomes fuller up by the homogenization. A certain amount of cream was permitted to form to show the consumer clearly the full cream character of the milk. Sterilized, evaporated, or condensed milk and cream are generally homogenized. Then definition. Homogenization can be defined as the process in which fat globules in milk are broken down to the size small enough to prevent the formation of a cream layer. Homogenizer is a machine which disintegrates the fat globules of the milk. According to the United States Public Health Services, USPHS, homogenized milk is one that has been treated in such a manner as to ensure the breakup of globules to such an extent that after 48 hours of quiescent storage, no visible cream separation occurs in milk and the fat percentage of the milk in the upper 10% proportion, that is in the top 100 ml of milk in a quart bottle of the proportionate volumes in containers of the other sizes does not differ by more than 10% of itself from the fat percentage of the remaining milk as determined after through the mixing. Merits of homogenization are no formation of cream layer or plug, fat will not churn, and thick body and rich appearance, produces soft curd, easily digestible, less susceptible to oxidation, and demerits are increased cost of production. Fat from returned homogenized milk is difficult to salvage and sediment is greater. Then may produce rancidity if temperature is not kept adequately high. Then what is the principle of homogenization? In raw milk, the diameter of the fat particles varies from 2 to 12 micron, while a diameter of about 2 micron or less is required to keep the fat from rising in stored condition. The milk is forced at high pressure through a narrow slit, which is only slightly larger than the diameter of the globules. The velocity of milk in the narrow slit can be 100 to 200 meter per second, and this can cause high shearing stresses, cultivation, and micro turbulence. The globules becomes deformed, wavy, and then break up. Homogenizer is used for the homogenization process, and homogenizer consists of a high pressure reciprocating pump driven by a powerful motor and a back pressure device, that is homogenizer head. It is equipped with a set of valves and a valve pressure screws that enable the exposure of liquid products to a very high pressures to withstand the high pressure and velocity and to prevent the wearing of the head. A special metal alloy, stellite, which is noted for its hardness, is used for making the homogenizer valve. The power source is an electric motor built into the unit, and the motor drives the crank and piston assembly either by a pulley or by a set of gears, both of which greatly reduce RPM to provide a suitable speed for the pistons. The gears, cranks, drive shafts run in an oil bath. The pistons are usually straight rods giving a small displacement. The pistons extend from the crankshaft in the crank housing into the pressure chamber is the homogenizer head. Each piston passes through a packing gland especially designed both to prevent product leakage despite high operating costs, high operating pressures, and to facilitate sanitation. The parts of homogenizer head are precisely ground and made to fit together in correct position in order to avoid any leakage. And the wear and tear of homogenizer head is also frequently checked because if there is any shell gap, the fat globules may escape through it and lower the efficiency of the homogenization. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.